Hello and welcome, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I want to take you through a couple different ways that you can create some product images, product photos. Now, because the products that I sell are digital products, I guess it would be images of products. And then also, if we have time, I want to show you a pretty easy way that you can add a video. So for this example in today, I think we're going to upload to Etsy, because I find that Etsy for me was where I first really got my teeth wet. I think that's the expression, in terms of figuring out how to upload and use SEO and all the things that go with e-commerce. So having said that, if you're new, please subscribe and let's get started. So let's first of all, if you didn't join me, I think it was a day or two ago, we had already uploaded this piece. This was the Wedding March by Mendelssohn, and we had uploaded this into Noteflight, and then we had done some editing. So if you missed that part, I'll see if I can find the video link and put that part of the video. So if you're just jumping in midstream, we've already done the notation part, the music editing part. So let me take you behind my screen. And right now, this is the back end of my Etsy shop. And we're going to be adding some music to, hopefully, if we have enough time today, adding a product to my Etsy shop. So I am going to now take you over to Canva. And if you're new to Canva, there is a free version of Canva. And there is, I think I have a link if you want to try the pro version, which is what I use. I think it's free for 30 days. So be sure to try this. It's an excellent way, especially if you're a musician, but you're not so comfortable with the visual medium in terms of art and design. Canva is a great program, great application, I should say. So we're in Canva, and I think I talked about a little bit about this before, but let me quickly show you the difference. So in this product that we're uploading today, this is more of a package. And what I mean by the difference between just a standard upload of a score, a digital music score, and a package is obviously the score, the single would be just the piece itself. So for example, just the Wedding March. But what I like to do is I like to give my customers as many options as possible. So in this sample that we're going to be uploading, I have the score, and then I have an up-leveled version with the note names, and then I've also added a practice guide, 10-point practice guide. Actually, there's 10 phases, and then I've added some manuscript paper if the learner wants to take notes. And what else have I added? Oh yes, and a little practice tracker. So in that way, it's more of a complete package than just the student or the buyer just getting just the PDF. And there is that option if they want, but I find that people like that little additional information. So, all right, so we have all of our we have the package here. Now, how are we going to put this into the format that can upload onto Etsy or to any other e-commerce site? Now, the one thing you want to be sure of is the sizes differ. So I already have a template, and what I suggest you do is once you find a template that works for you, save it and then copy and paste that over and over again. That's a super easy way. So let's find okay, so here's a shop window. Let's see what would be, in fact, what is even easier is if you find the genre that you have already created the template in, and then just copy and paste that. So let's see. Okay, here's a good one. So we can choose from either Mozart or Beethoven, because these are already basically set. So let's open this Mozart in a new tab. So let's do new tab, and then I'll take you to that tab. Okay, so now this is Mozart. Obviously, we're going to be uploading the Wedding March by Mendelssohn. Sorry, my computer's a little bit slow. And if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them best I can about Canva. Okay, so here we are. It's uploading. And leave me a comment below, like, what are you working on in your music? I'm always really excited to hear musicians when they're up-leveling their music and what they're doing. Basically, I'm a little bit curious what other musicians are up to. Okay, so now we have the shop window for Mozart. So we're using this as our template. And then what we'll do is, the easiest way is to go into the button up here that says resize. And then we'll click custom size and then copy and resize. And it copies everything across. And then we'll have a perfect copy of the Mozart, but we're going to obviously go in and rename. Excuse me. So as soon as that loads up, and then while I'm waiting for that to load up, I think I'll go in and I'll close the original Mozart one so we don't get the two confused. So now we're in the copy. So what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and change the name of that. So it says copy of, erase that, and then we'll go shop window wedding march, and we can put Mendelssohn. All right, so there's a couple things that we want to look at as well. So I'm going to drag my product here so I don't have to shift back and forth between too many tabs. So the color scheme that I've decided for the wedding march is this light purple color. So we know that's going to be our color. So the first thing we want to do so we can import these images is you'll want to go to your main product that you've created your product package. And then what you'll do is you're going to go up here to download. And let's see, hopefully you can see this part. So there's a little button at the top, and I'm going to move my camera just over there so you can see it for a second. So you're going to go to download, and then what you'll do is you'll change the file type to JPEG, and all pages, because we're going to need all of them. So click up all pages, and then done, and then download. And you can see down here that it will be downloading, and we'll get a little prompt when that is finished downloading. So I'm going to move myself back over. Actually, let's see. I'll move myself up over here so you can still, because I'm flexible. I can move around, no problem. Okay, so here we are, and so you see here it gives us the signal that, okay, yes, I'm going to go to the home page. Okay, and then it's going to appear down here. So what I do is I click on Show on Finder, and you can click out of that. So Show in Finder, and I already have a folder. Now let me see if I can show you my, there we go, you can see my desktop. So I have it downloaded, and I'm going to actually put it straight into the folder Wedding March. Okay, now it initially comes as a zip file, so what you'll do is you're going to double click on the zip file, and it's expanding, and then you'll be able to see all the little images. Okay, so the other thing I like to do is I like to move from the line to the actual icons. So click on that. Okay, so here we are. Let me zoom in a wee bit so you can see. Okay, so all of our product images have downloaded. They're in their own, so everything looks as it should. Okay, now let's go back to the shop window. And we're going to start editing now. So let's go ahead and delete that frame, because you can't, unless you push that frame to the back. We're going to change this to Wedding March. And then now let's go ahead and remove that score, because we're not actually, that's not the piece that we're looking at. And I haven't decided yet if I want to add Mendelssohn or not. I mean, I don't know, is it important? I think that most people would probably recognize it as the Wedding March. So let's go ahead and change. There, we've got our purple. We're going to change this little guy to purple. And then this is where we're going to import those pictures, because obviously that is from the other products. So we're going to go to upload, and then we'll go to our Finder window, and you can click Command All, and then what you need to do, let me close this window here, it's from yesterday, you're just going to click and drag into upload. And you can see that you can see all the images are starting to upload because they're JPEGs. And this gives you a lot more flexibility when you're creating, I call them shop windows. I don't know, what do you call them if you're in this process? That's what I found to be the easiest name for me. So let's see here. Okay. So let's see if we can find the cover page. So we're going to replace this Mozart. We're going to click on this. And when you click on it, there we go, and it appears just like that. And then obviously we have to resize it. So let's take out the Mozart. Und Alouette was underneath there. You can see I tend to, because I have different types of products, but once I create a template that fits a particular product genre, I just copy, and it's like rinse and repeat for that same type of product. Okay, so and they know that it's from this collection, because each of my collections have a slightly different, they're unified in terms of, there's somewhat of a unified look, but the kids' finger gymnastics versus the easy piano play, which is more classical or more pop, they have a slightly different look, but some of the elements are the same. Okay, so let's add this as a picture. Now, what I find that buyers like, especially if they are, you would assume that, well, I guess one could assume that the people that are purchasing these products play the piano. And let me zoom in just a little bit, because I want you to be able to see this a bit better. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to crop this so they can get a flavor of what the score looks like. And let's trim the sides a little bit. Okay, and that's good. And let's go to the top, because honestly there's not much space, and you really want to catch your audience's attention. Okay, so there we have the piece. And then okay. Now the next thing I like to do is, and the other thing too, that one of the benefits of downloading your package as JPEGs and then reinserting them into the shop window for your e-commerce site is you can do this really fun thing, which is under, I'm going to highlight that. We're going to go under Effect or Effects. And the one thing that I really like to do, not to all of my pictures, but I like to add shadows. Some people like this, some people don't. But I think shadows really help your images pop. So we'll go into shadows. And I think the one I like is, I think I like the third one. So, or the fourth one actually. Okay, we'll just make that a little bit bigger while we're waiting. Oh yes, and one more thing before I forget. Whenever you are, well, this is what I do, and I found this really very helpful, is whenever I am working on a file, I always make sure that the ruler, the guides, the margins, the print bleed, that all of those are showing in my working product, because it helps me keep things aligned and even. Okay, so now that the shadows have come up, I want to add, I think I want to add curved. So I clicked on curved, and you'll just see how it just pops. Excuse me, pops right off the page. That's what you want. And we can adjust those sizes later. And then let's also add a shadow to the cover of the piece. So let's do, let's go to here, and then let's go to, you see how that pops? That's just beautiful. Let's go to Effects again, and we'll go to, now I don't know if all of these options are available on the free Canva plan, but they certainly are available in the Pro. And honestly, the small amount of money that you pay for the Pro, it's so worth it. I mean, this is just, it's amazing what you can do. So while we're waiting for these shadows, you can see, oh yes, and the other thing while we're waiting for the shadows to upload is, and you see how that gradation of color is there? It's something that I think I put in, I think the way I did that was I went under elements, but maybe I'll make another video on that. Let me know in the comment section below if you want a video on how to make that gradation color look. Okay. Sorry guys, this is so slow. I don't know why it's so slow. Usually, maybe it's because maybe it's because we're live. Come on. Okay, there we go. So we're going to click on curved again. And then you'll see, and then we'll go back in and we will adjust the sizes according to the shop window that we have. Okay, so we have, let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, so this is basically our front shop window. So let's just size this up. So we have all the main elements. That your reader knows it's an instant download. They get a sample of the piece, and then they get the front cover. So that is one page done. And then let's go to the next one. And we're going to change the color because obviously the theme now is purple. So we'll go up here to the corner and color, and we'll change this to purple so it's matching. We'll change this to purple so that's matching. Oops, we don't want that part. We want this part to be purple. And what we can do is just go Command D for duplicate, and then we can just drag this down here to the next shop window, and where we had Mozart, then we'll have Mendelssohn. Okay, that's good. All right, now this is page 1, this is page 2. Let's go back into our uploads. Now here's where you want to give your, you'll see I probably have other samples underneath this. Here's where you want to give your reader a full page view of the piece. So let's click out of that. And then a little trick you can do is you can just click on the piece, and if you already have the shadow set from the template, you can just actually lay it on top, and that way you don't have to go through that entire process of adding different shadows. It just makes it a little bit easier. And then let's make sure this is lined up. So we're going to crop that because you want to give your reader an entire, you want there's nothing, you want to show and display as much as you can of your product. So let's go in here, and then we want to size this up to make it bigger. So let's go like that. And we'll just use the shadow underneath of another piece that we had. Okay. And then let's increase that. And it's okay if it looks like there's a couple pages, because there are a few pages to this piece, and that's fine. That's what we want. So let's make sure our placement is good. Let's make this, let's see, make sure nothing's poking out from the other piece. So you see we still have the little shadow at the top. See, we have a little shadow there. And we don't want that bottom part sticking out, so let's make this a wee bit bigger. Good. Okay, so we've got, oops, got to make sure that's not poking out from the other piece. Okay, so now we have page 2 complete of our shop window. So let's go now to page 3. I'm going to take a drink of coffee here. And if you have any questions, make sure you leave them down in the comment section for me, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. We're going to go, so we need to change the color first to purple. This is going to be changed to purple. And now I'm going to add another sample, but this one is going to be the note names. And this is important because you're in this particular product, I'm up leveling. It's a package. It's not just the sheet music, as I mentioned before. So let's go to upload, and we're going to go to, let's see, we need to find the one with the letter names. There we are. And actually, let me move my, I want to make this a little bit smaller so you guys can see more. Hopefully I'm not covering my work up. Let me move to this side here. Oh, there we go. Is that better? Now you can see even more. Okay, so again, this is the first page, but this is specifically showing that the letter names are added. So let's crop this a bit, crop this side a bit. Crop that down. Oops, crop that in. And how many of you use a mouse when you're editing, or do you use, like I have a Wacom tablet, which has a little pen, and I'm thinking of maybe switching to that, because sometimes I find the mouse difficult to navigate, especially when it comes to detailing. It's similar to if you have an iPad and you use the pen for the iPad, it's similar to that, but not quite. So let's enlarge this here. And again, we're using the shadows from the score underneath. Save yourself some time. Make sure that nothing's showing from the other score. Okay. And let's see, so we have, now I think what I want to do here is, I think I want to change this a little bit, because I already have, I want to say easy to read. I want to say with note names. So let's go into here. I'm going to close this for a second. I want to change the wording here, because I think I want to do a two-page display for the next shop window. So let's see, two-page display. And, oh yes, and the effect on this is curved, which if you want to learn how to curve your letters, let me know, and I can maybe do a tutorial for you on this. And you can even do curved letters on your scores. It's totally up to you. Sorry, I don't know why this is being so slow today. Okay, well, we'll have to come back, so we can't wait all day for that. So let's take off the border here. And you don't have, it's optional to have a border or not. I like it because I think when you upload it to, it just gives a little bit more clarity, definition. Let's change that to purple. Change that to purple. Oops, not that side. Not this side. So click on the actual color. There we go. And then, actually, let's see. What I want to do is I want to take that wording off, and I want to remove these pieces underneath. So you can see I've used this many times, so I want to keep the instant download part. Now for this, I want to go to uploads again, and I want to add, I think I want to add all 3 pages. So we're going to go like that, size that down, because the more information that you can give your buyer, your student, the better, right? I mean, it's just makes good sense. So we'll do page 1. Hopefully they can see that. And then I think this is page 2, so you can see all the note names. Oh wait, that page doesn't have note names, so that's page 2 of the regular score. Here's page 2 with note names. Okay. So let's move this up over here. And let's size this down so we can get maximum visualization for our customer. And then we can pop this up a little bit higher. And we can expand this. Now don't worry, it's going to cover the instant download, but that's fine because we're going to change the position of that to the front. So that doesn't matter at all. So version with note names. Let's make this a bit bigger. Okay, so we're going to go to up here to position because we want to move that little instant download to the front. Okay, and then I like to give a sample of I like to give a sample of the people reading the music. So let's go back to here, copy, Command C. We're going to pop this inside of that, we're going to pop this into here. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's do without the letter names for this one. So let's go. I guess because, oh, and one other thing I forgot to tell you, once you do a shadow, if you copy and paste, you can't expand and show the entire piece. It's just going to copy and paste that section because shadow, for some reason, changes that option. So let's go here. We'll go to upload. Let's go to the first page. Put that on there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to angle this. I mean, you can keep it straight. It's up to you. Let's go to squeeze that in a little bit. Now there's one thing I did forget. I want to make sure, actually, instead of putting the score in, we need to add, I want to add the phases, the practice phases, because we want to show the customers what's actually helping them up level. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So we're going to fan this out. So we're going to do 1 here, so you can see all the phases, or at least get an idea of what they are. Might not be complete. Let's see. How can we do this? Because we want to. You want, whenever you're creating a shop front, you want the reader or the viewer to be able to picture themselves. Okay, so let's cut that a little bit, and I want to angle this. And then we'll change that position so it's to the front. And then this one, let's see. Let's shift this over here. And then for this one, we'll bring this one down a little bit. And then we're going to add some text so people actually understand why this is a package. So let's shift this down a little bit. We want to make sure we're showing the... Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, so we're going to go text, so just T, and then we're going to add, we want to call this a practice guide 10 phase practice guide included. Not phase. Okay. And we want to make sure that this shows up really well. So let's go over here and we need this practice face to pop. So there's a couple different options. You can do effects. So you can do a lift. You can do a shadow. Let's try a shadow, see what that looks like. If it doesn't pop enough, then it's not worth it. I think I have a better idea. Let's go to elements. And if you're on the free version, a lot of these elements are free. So I'm going to go into free, click on that. It'll come up on the screen. Don't worry, we're going to completely change this. So what we want to do is we want to highlight the 10 phase practice guide, which is one of the selling features of this product. And we're going to stretch this out. And then we're going to change the color. So we don't want it covering her face. So let's do, first of all, let's change this to our theme, which is purple. And let's see, center that. And then for the purple, we could do, let's try and make this a little bit more transparent so they can still see the face. So they can still see the face and still see the product behind. So I think that's good. And then what I like to do is I like to give different age. I like to show different levels, people at different ages playing the piece. So let's go, oh yes, but for this particular product, we also are including, let's get rid of those. We're also including a practice tracker, which is one of the up levels of this. So let's add the practice tracker so they can see it. So they also get the practice tracker. So we'll put that there. And let's see what else. And let's see. Let's add in, because you want to showcase all the different aspects of your product as much as you can. So we've got the note names. We have a full page of the score so they can see it. So this is going to be this first thing they see. Second thing, easy play. I want to say, I think, well, we have a little, okay, so I don't necessarily like this like that. So what I want to do is I want to move this up and I want to angle it. I want to move this and I want to angle it. And then I want, I think the position should be forward. Well, no, not that. not the main one. I want this one to be forward. So let's move this forward to front. And then I want this one behind it. I want that one forward. See how that looks. And I think this is a little too askew. Let's make that a little bit straighter. They've got a practice tracker. Now, let's see. So they have all the notes. Let's see. I think for this one, I want to change this to the score without the letter names. So let's do this one. And I'm just gonna crop that. And then lay that over so we can reuse the shadows from the previous template. Okay, let's resize it. Make sure it's going to fit. Okay, so now they've got the first page, the sample with notes, the 10-phase practice guide, the practice tracker. So the only thing left that we want to show is in this package is also the manuscript paper. So let's go here, size this down a bit. I mean, my thought is if you're practicing and you love music, you may as well have a beautiful, the whole package just beautiful. I mean, why not, right? Music is. So let's see here. So then they get the practice tracker and okay, I think that looks pretty good. All right, so now I think what I'm going to do is I want to change this background to purple to match. Excuse me. And the free bonus tracker is there. People are saying, you know, in fact, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take that purple off because we want the directions to be super clear. All right, so let's go to File and Save just to make sure. And I'm going to go to Grid View to make sure that everything. Now, remember, when you upload these to Etsy or a different e-commerce platform, you can always move them around. So, excuse me. We have the Wedding March first page. We have the page with the note names. We have the score. Version with names, 10-phase guide, the 2 additional practice trackers. Is there anything else that we want? Now we do have, there are 10 possible product images that we can upload. So is there anything else that we want to add? Okay, I think we are good. So now let's go back and let's go out of grid view. So let's click on the first window and make sure everything is the way we like it. And then let's go back and add our frames. So we're going to click on that, click copy, click on the next frame, go up, click on the next frame, click on the next frame. Nope, hold on a second. This photo needs to be enlarged a little bit. We want it to the edge. Okay, that looks good. Command copy. And then you can always stretch this out just a little bit. And honestly, the edges don't show that much, at least in Etsy. Excuse me. So let's go back here, copy, Command C. We're gonna Command V, Command V, Command V. Whoops, we don't want to double that one. And then Command V. So we have everything there. Excuse me while I get some water. Grab something here. I had to get some water in my throat for some reason. It's really dry today. I do apologize. Okay, so now we have all the shop windows created. Let's just double check our work, make sure it's what we want. Okay, this here, page 6, we're just going to move that up a wee bit. It's not the end of the world. Okay. Okay, super. Now, the next thing we're going to do is, because we're going to have to upload these as pictures into our listing, so we're going to go to File, and we're going to go make sure it's saved. And then we're going to go all the way to the top. And let me move my picture to this side so you can see a little bit better. We're going to go to download. And we are going to download this as JPEG. And then go to select pages, select all, click on done, and download. So that's the first step that you need to be doing when you are creating your shop windows, as I call them, or product images for your music products. And then you can see down here it's uploading. And don't forget to leave me a comment if you have a question about what we're doing today. I'm planning to come and just share what I'm doing with all of you every morning, you know, Monday through Friday. And hopefully you can catch me here live. If you can't, there'll be a replay, and you can still send me something in the comment section so I can help you. Okay, so now that has downloaded. So I'm going to move myself I'm going to move, let's see, I guess I don't have to move myself to the other corner, but we're going to click on Show on Finder. And I'll show you where that is. Let me shift my screen for you. So now we have the shop window, and we're going to pop that into our main folder, which is Wedding March. And you can see it just came up under shop window. So we're going to click on that. And while it's downloading, expanding, and let's click on it to make sure that everything came as we wanted it to. And so see, now you can see we have all the shop windows. So now we are ready more, where it's going to be really easy for us to download these into our e-commerce. So in this example, we're working on Etsy. So the other thing we need to do, I think that videos really showcase your product. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go, now that we have that, we've got the shop front window sorted, we're going to go to back to, let's see, we're going to go back to our Canva, and what we'll need to do is we're going to shift for a moment to Note Flight, because we're going to take a video of that. Because I really want to give you the biggest picture, the best picture of all the different elements that will help you sell and promote your e-commerce music products, your digital products, the best that you can. And I really think that videos help. But here's the thing with Etsy, the videos, one thing that just remember, the videos in Etsy have no sound, but that's okay. So let's see, let's go back to, I think we want to go, let's get into the Wedding March. So we're going to make a video for Etsy, and I mean there are different ways to do this, but this is one of the easiest ways that I have found. Now, I want to warn you that because we are live and there might be a little bit of feedback because I'm playing this through Note Flight. So now the next thing we want to do is you want to go, now there's many different platforms, many different applications you can use, but I am going to use Screencast-O-Matic. I think there's ScreenFlow, there is Loom, which is easy to use. Loom is something that you might want to consider if you are giving directions to an employee or a VA or something like that. That makes it super easy. But for this example, we are going to go into Screencast-O-Matic. So I'm going to open Screencast-O-Matic. And then you'll see Screencast-O-Matic pop up on my screen. And what we're going to be doing is we are going to play the piece through Note Flight. We're going to do a screen recording, a screen capture, and then we will edit that video. And I think the video maximum time is 15 seconds. Now, here's the beauty of it all. You can repurpose this video for Pinterest pins, for other sites that you want to sell your music on. So, and other sites do allow sound. So we're going to make sure that's organized. Okay, where's my Screencast-O-Matic? So let's see here. Waiting for that to open. It's behaving very slowly today. Oh, you know what I realized is that I think because I'm going live, I don't think I can do both. I don't think. Let's see. Why isn't this opening? Come on. Let's see. Okay, so that is, let me just try something here really quick. Let's see. Ooh, there it comes. I don't know why that was so slow. Interesting. So as we wait for Screencast-O-Matic, and hopefully I really want to share this screen with you, so let's see. Ooh, we got it, yay! Okay, so now we are in Screencast-O-Matic, and we're going to it's loading. Sorry, it's so slow. I think because I have so many programs running. Okay, so we're going to click on record, create a new recording. Launching recorder. The one thing that when you're waiting for applications to open is it gives you that moment to think about, okay, am I doing everything in the right order? And actually I have a checklist, which if you want, I can share that checklist with you in a different video. Just let me know down in the comment section below. So here we have, we're just recording the screen. The computer audio is on, no narration because we're not talking, so that's fine. Okay, so we're going to close that. If it will let me close that screen, because we don't need that. But here's the thing, when you record the screen, it records everything on it. So we're going to have to move me way up here in the corner because we're going to have to go back in and edit this. So let's close that. Okay, so we have computer audio, it's fine, that's all right. So now, oh yes, and one other thing I forgot. If you are recording like I am from NoteFlight, let's close all of the extra prompts at the top because you want as much of the full screen as you can. So we're going to go to here, the little 3, and we're going to uncheck all of the little prompts. Measure. So all those are off. See how much cleaner that looks? Especially, it's just for the recording, so. Okay, now let's play first before we record. So let's play. Okay, so loading sounds for playback. Ooh, that's good. Okay, so we have stop, beginning, pause. Okay, loading sound playback from 1 of 2, 1 of 3. So this should so there is one thing we need to do. We need to take off the metronome because we definitely... Oh, interesting. Okay, so I think what's happening is... we are having too much feedback because we have so many programs going. So what I think I will do is... I'll make a different recording for you on how to upload the video part, because I think that it just can't handle all of the information at once, kind of like human beings, right? Okay, so let's go back. Let's exit out of Screencast-O-Matic for now, but I promise I'll make a video. I'll make a video for you about how to upload a video to your e-commerce site, I promise. But if you want to send me a reminder, that would be great too. Okay, so we're out of that. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so now now that we have those shop windows, backtracking a little bit. So now you're in my Etsy shop because this is where we're going to upload. Now the easiest thing to do, again, the easier that you can mainstream and make a template and copy and paste your your products, as long as they're similar, the faster and easier things will be for you. So we're going to go use the Mozart example. So you're going to go to copy. We want to copy this listing. Okay, so you will see that it has all of the information. Excuse me while I write my notes. It has all the same information from Mozart, but we're just going to change a few things. So you can see here that at the front, it actually says copy, so we know this isn't the real one. So all we're going to do is we're going to change this to wedding merch. Oops, we gotta go down here. And you see in this Mozart listing, I already uploaded a video, so. Okay, so title, this is gonna be wedding merch. And I don't think I'm gonna put Mendelssohn. I might, but maybe not. Piano music sheets, wedding merch, and I use something called eRank to help me with my tags and titles. Although, to be quite honest with you, I'm not using it as much as I thought I would. So, category sheet music, primary color white, secondary color. We can put purple. But let's leave it at white, because if you say a secondary color, a person looking for that, oh, it comes up as white and purple. My wedding theme is, I don't know, green. So, but occasion, definitely wedding. Holiday, I'm not sure which holiday. No holidays, really. All right, so here is where we're going to change wedding merch. I'm going to just edit this a little bit, and I think what I'll do, because this is actually more important for a different video, how I can show you to do that part. Let's go ahead and take out these thumbnails. So let's go delete, 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 delete. and delete. So we're going to go to add a photo. Now remember the photos that we saved from our shop storefront. We're going to click on Wedding March. Where's Wedding March? Where is it? Download. Okay, so here we have our shop window. So all we're going to do is we're going to double click that, and we're going to view it in icons so we can see exactly what we want to upload. So let's click on, and we're just going to upload them because we can change the order. It's very simple. Add photo, and it will take us right back. So we did JPEG 2, this is JPEG 3, and then we're going to go to add photo, double click on that. It's going to be 4 details, and it actually gives you prompts, details, and use size and scale, style, scene. I mean, this has, it's very helpful. So, hey Kylie, you just favored my item, thank you. Kylie just favored my item, piano sheet music. Are you sleeping, Brother John? Kylie, if you're listening, thank you for that. Thank you. Let's do add a photo. So we've got to add 5, add a photo, 6, add a photo, 7, and then we need to add the one that's going to be the storefront one. So shop window, so you can see here that they're not in the right order. Obviously, we don't want the primary to be the free practice chapter. We want it to be this one, so we're going to shift that to the beginning. So that will be the primary. And then we'll move this one down here. We'll move this one down here. And let's make sure the order. Now, sometimes in some of my digital products, I like to intersperse with the pictures, the references, so people can actually see themselves playing. So let's do that. Let's, okay. So let's do Wedding March. Okay. We're going to delete this video because this video belongs to the Mozart. Delete video. And let's see what else. Okay, so let's see what it, let's go save as draft, because we're not done. We have to do a couple more things, which I will show you in a different video. Saving. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Okay, let's take a quick look and see how it looks so far. All right, so those are all the pictures, and I'm going to keep working on this today. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I know it's been a bit of a long video, but these things take time, and a part of the issue was my computer's a little bit slow, but this is how I create the product images for some of my pieces. So leave me a comment down below and let me know if this was helpful. Again, I'm here to help you. I want to take you on this journey with me as I'm up-leveling my own music business and all of those good things. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.